Okay, hey out there. I'm still doing my greens, and I just wanted to show y'all this is what it looks like with that smoothie. It's kind of like a brownish looking color. It's not all that cute, but it tastes really good. After having my greens in my smoothie, it's like no going back. It's like I have to have it in a smoothie now. Because I did smoothies for breakfast anyway, so just why not go ahead and add my greens to that. So that's what I'm doing now. That's now my new morning or breakfast or what I do for my first source of substance in the day. Uh, but yeah, it's already live in my house. Well, it should be at this time of day, but now I want to work and oh, she was just and now she's not coming. All right, but yeah. So today I received a message on my inbox, and the mess oh no, I friended someone on Facebook, and the first thing they hit me straight in my inbox, hey, did you hear about the good news? I said, so what's the good news? Because I have awesome news. And he said, government grants and stuff. Do you hear about government grants? I said, yeah, I heard it's a scam where you tell me that I can get so much money after I pay so much money for it. And I said, so no, I'm not interested. Come back. So you saying you don't need a grant? I said, bye. I said, this type of persistence I really despise because you could be doing something that could bring what did I say? You could be bringing something better to people's life other than harm. So go find yourself something else to do. You should be ashamed. You're wrong. Is pretty much where I was going with it. I told them they were wrong though, but they never hit me back after that. And I said, it's interesting how persistent people can be because they know that there's a need for income, and people know that they can scam people because you never know when you can catch someone, and you want to catch them at the right time, and that right time is when they're vulnerable and not really in the mind of protection. So we can often leave ourselves open to predators that way when we don't have a plan for our life. We don't know the plan for our life. So today, understand what is the plan for your life. Ask yourself, what is the plan for my life? And my plan for my life, the plan for my life is to help people to understand things such as this, that you can have a plan and go for it and not be in fear about what's around the corner because every crooked road has already been made straight. So if you understand that, then just keep on walking forward. Don't be afraid. I had a job interview today, this morning at 10:30, and I wanted to go to this job interview. I wanted the job. I want the job. I would love to have the job, but I had to call them, leave a message that I was not going to be able to attend the interview that I had said that they called me for the interview, and I accepted, and I couldn't go because I don't have childcare. Childcare has been one of the toughest things, but one of the biggest obstacles in my life has been with childcare. And I used to feel bad that, and then I used to almost be upset because I was in that situation. And I don't regret my children. I love them. They have given me so much life, and I would not ever, you know, want to give them back or consider, not even the thought of them not being here today. So that's not even an option. So what's the next best option? The next best option is to keep moving forward, doing what I have been called to do, and to do it in the most natural way that I can. And that's through this method right here. So be persistent in your journey, be persistent in your search for yourself. Be persistent in earning and gaining respect. Be persistent in learning your worth and your value. Be persistent today in something that's going to bring good to other people and to your family, to yourself. Be persistent in those things. Don't bring harm to people. You know, 'cause when you bring harm to other people, you're really just bringing it back to yourself. And then when something happens to you, don't nobody know all the dirt you done did in your past. So when things start happening in your life, it's only a consequence of the actions that you've already done that's catching up to you. So then you want to look at people that are in your presence or your experience at that moment and look to them as if they did something to you or they caused this kind of pain in your life. No, babe, you did that to you. So I had to realize this about my own self. I was looking at my children and I would be like, what is wrong with you? I would literally just ask them, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you acting like that? Then God started showing me my own behavior. And I said, oh, that's why they act that way, because I ain't acting right. So I had to really dig deep to see that it wasn't them, it was me. It was me the whole time. So if I fix me, or if I ask to fix me, if I begin to do some research about myself to learn and gain some insight, and I use the Bible for that, I will question, different things. I had went through a major uh, season of depression. I went through a major season of anxiety, social anxiety, and things of that nature. It's been a long road to get here, but I'm here. I am here. And I am ready to begin to help other people get to where I am, or not where I am, but in your own space. We can't look at the next person and compare our life to another person's life. You've never walked a day in their shoes. You don't know what that person been through to get to where they are. So you never look at another person with envy or jealousy. Jealousy, that is a beast right there. That is jealousy just brings on so many spirits that just they're dangerous spirits. And don't covet. You're not supposed to covet your brothers, your neighbors. You're not supposed to covet. And I learned that covet is to be envious of what another person has and want what another person has, but you don't want to do the work that it took for that person to do what that person is doing. Okay. A lot of people I know have had a lot of concern, not concerns, but very curious, like, what is she doing? How is she doing that? And I don't understand. Well, really, it ain't for you to understand. It's not for anyone to understand your journey. It's not. And we so often try to make people understand our journey. You can't make nobody understand your journey because they ain't walked a day in your shoes to even begin to take on a piece of the knowledge that you gain from walking in your own shoes. So the only thing you can do is help people to see where they are and encourage them to start where they are. I had to start where I was. I at the beginning of my journey. But no, I'm not. At the beginning of my journey, I was like, I had to know I was like 230 something pounds. I had got up to over 230 pounds, I know for sure. And this was in 2014. I was 230 some pounds. Then 2016 October, I I went on a fast, and I fasted for 3 months, 90 days. 90 days I fasted, and I stopped eating meat. I stopped eating bread. I stopped eating sugar, no dairy products. And I began to research food and how food supplies, what types of food supply different things for our body. And I started to research what the body required and those foods that gave those sources. And so then I began to gain energy from these foods. And I started learning that food is electric. Like, we're electric beings. So if we're electric beings, there has to be some source of energy that is within us to be electric. For us to get up under a machine and all the neurons and electrons and transmitters that are working within our neurological system, it sparks and lights and there's flashes and there's like connections and things of that nature. If you look at your brain, or the components of your brain and how everything is connected and the signals that are sent from one neuron to this electron and all these different things that are going on up here, though one is sparking energy, or you know just energy from one to the other. And that's how messages are sent and received, for from here to here, or from here to there. I thought of that way before the action actually happened. And I sent those messages. So we can control our wavelengths. We can control where we put our energy. So you put your energy into changing yourself and going through a transformation, which is what I did. I went through a transformation and I learned how to eat for my body. I learned how to eat for my mind. I learned how to eat for my spirit. And ultimately my appetite was suppressed. A lot of times I wasn't hungry. I would drink some milk and I would eat nothing but fruit. That's all I was eating was fruit. Now, the whole thing about me eating fruit, there was a time where I could not eat fruit. I was diagnosed with asthma in 2011, which is the reason why I had to get out of the military, because I couldn't run no more. It felt like somebody was standing on my chest. And that's a whole nother story. I'll stay on the subject. But um, I was diagnosed with asthma. And after that diagnosis, eventually I was unable to eat fruit. I had developed a food allergy to fruits and vegetables. And I love fruits and vegetables. The whole time during my pregnancies, I could not eat meat, uh, not much dairy, not much bread or anything. I ate all fruit. I lost more weight during my pregnancy than after then after I gained the weight after my pregnancy, because then I picked up those bad habits all over again. But I thought that was interesting even during my pregnancy, because God had me on a fast to get these children in a healthy environment, to where the pregnancy could be sustained. And I didn't even realize that really, like I am now, until right now. And so with Aisha, before I had Aisha, I had had 3 consecutive miscarriages prior to her. In all, I've had 4 miscarriages in my life. And so when I got pregnant with her, I didn't realize I was pregnant. I saw her in a dream. She had my nose, which she does, and I heard her crying, and I knew that I was gonna nurse her. And so, or that was given to me, that I needed to nurse her. and her name was given to me in my dream, Aisha, how it's spelled and everything. So I was like, that's strange that I got her name and how to spell it in my dream. So I went and researched it, and I found out that her name means alive, she who lives. So that was my confirmation immediately that that child was going to come here and was going to be a healthy child. Now, this is me operating and deliberately manifesting things into my life at its core before I even knew anything about manifestation, and especially being deliberate about it. So there's a way that we can deliberately create a wonderful experience in our life, and we are all enabled to do that. We can do it. You can do it just like I did. I'm telling you, I look at myself sometimes and I'm surprised and I'm just grateful. And today I had to do this on purpose. I had to put something nice on. I had to uh, put a wrapping on my head, and put me some earrings and necklace, and just do something for myself today, just on purpose to feel beautiful. And I learned to do that. My mother actually was very significant when it comes to that, because that woman knows how to move with a purpose. And I watch her move with a purpose. So I learned from the best. That's why I said I am a warrior, because I come from two warriors. I come from two warriors. So you can't expect anything less from me. And then I've been trained as a soldier. And so I'm stern, and I am who I am. I cannot be changed. I will not be changed if it's only for your benefit, but mine and the well being of me and my children. You can't affect that, because I have now learned to manifest my experience. I choose who and who not to allow in my experience. So, if y'all have any questions about learning about that, hit me up. I mean, I was on the phone today. Well, I was on the phone with my brother, and then today I was on the phone with my son. And I'm talking to, I started recording a conversation, and I'll see how I'm going to share that. But I thought of, I could do calls and talk to people on a private line, uh, as long as it's working towards transformation that only you have control over. I'm only here as a guide and a helper. I'm not God. So I can't make things happen in your life. You are the only person that can collaborate and co-create with a source energy and make those things happen in your own life. So it is possible. But back in 2016, I was 216 pounds. And after I started, that was in October of 2016. And that's when I started my fasting and my reading and my self-discovery. And out of that came my name, my mission, my call, and my purpose. And it feels so good to just be able to define myself for myself. Like, I don't need anyone to validate me. I don't need anyone to second that motion with me. I'm sure of myself. And I can say that and be so confident in saying that, because there was a time where I couldn't. And I was just talking to my 8-year-old today, and I asked her if she wanted to try something. And she said, no. She said yes. And it was the way she said it. I said, do you really want to try it? Or are you just saying yes because you think that's what I want you to say? And she said, well, I really don't want to try it. And I went through a lesson with her, and I made her say no, no, no. And she was like, no. I said, I didn't say it like that. That's not how I want you to say it. You need to be stern and know and sure. That's not what you want. People can't. If someone wants you to try something It doesn't matter if they want you to try it or not. If you don't want to try it, you say no, and that's perfectly fine. People may get upset with you and still try to convince you that that's not what you want, but you have to be so sure in yourself that you know your yes is a yes and your no is a no. That is what teaches people how to treat you. So I've had to learn how to teach people how to treat me. And I had to first learn how to treat myself or learn how to receive uh, fair or good unconditional love and treatment from source energy, my source, my higher power. And we all have that ability to connect in that way and to have that type of healing that comes. And that's what I come to bring. I come to bring healing from within, because everything that we see on the outside of us is only a reflection of what's going on the inside of us. So if you are eating, now and this ain't to attack anybody, I'm just trying to make an example. If you are eating nothing but hot dogs and hamburgers and french fries and all the fast foods, all you want, all the fast foodies out there, y'all know what I'm talking about, eating all that nasty junk processed foods. You're eating that stuff and then you're upset because you have acne or you have excessive bloating or you have irritable bowel syndrome and things of that nature. That's what you're putting in your body that is attacking your body. You are making a choice to put this into your body, and then therefore it begins to attack your body. And then now you're looking for an easy fix. So then you get into all these different diets and things of that nature. That you lose 10 pounds, you stop taking it because it is too super expensive. You stop taking it, and then you gain 20 and 30 pounds back. I tried a product, and I'll leave the product nameless, where this product had me taking 18 pills a day. And I ain't talking about no like little bitty tablets. Them mugs was like that big right there, from here to here, that big. 18 of them things, I threw that stuff away and I paid over $200 for it. Now I just wasted my money. I spent $99 to invest in It Works, to have my own business with a trusted product, with a company that has chosen to stay off the market for good reasons. They're not selling out to big business. They're not selling out to big business. They took the opportunity to give people like you and I an opportunity to grow your own business using a trusted product. So that wasn't meant to be a pitch. I'm just saying that it is what it is. That's the truth about it. So people get into these diets and they start buying into all these systems. So when an actual system that seems so unbelievable comes along, like It Works, then we don't want to trust that. We'll go to something that is far more expensive on many spectrums. So it's expensive because it taxes your body double, triple what it was before you got there. You don't know what's in these, what's contained in these pills. You don't know anything about it. Excuse me, half the ingredients you can't even pronounce. But It Works. This all the different roots and extracts that your body actually needs. It's all the right minerals that your body needs and the vitamins that your body need in order to get better, to heal. But before you start taking any type of supplements, you got to heal here. You got to heal in your spirit, and you got to know when it's time to add a supplement. And I have reached that point in time where it's time for me to add a supplement to help me, because I have become stagnant. So when I started my journey, or at the start of my journey in October of 2016, I was weighing 216 pounds. And today I weighed myself. I knew at some point I was going to tell. I weighed myself and I was 160 pounds. 160 pounds. The last time I weighed 160 pounds or anything there around that weight was 23, 22, 23. I was in my young 20s at that time. And so here I am starting to wear clothes that I hadn't worn since 2002, 2003. And the thing is that those clothes are now too big for me. I have to go down. That's a size 12. I have to go down to a size 10 or 8. I'm at an 8 or 10 right now. I'm like, I'm trying to not lose too much weight. I thought I was going to be comfortable at 175. I was like, I'm going to get to 175 and I'm going to quit. And my body just kept on letting that weight go. And I started to see that the weight that I was holding on my body was every problem that I had in my life. It was every circumstance. It was every obstacle. It was everything that I wasn't letting go of. I was carrying all the baggage around on me. Now, I feel comfortable at the weight that I am, but I know I still have some toning and things of that nature to do in order to really be at my best and at my greatest. So why not collaborate with higher source and and create the best version of you? Hey, baby.
Mommy, here. Come on.
Okay.
Come on, look at my phone.
Look at your phone. Okay. But I guess I'm just going to go ahead and end the message right there because it's going on for 26 minutes and I could still go on and 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 on. I can go on. But got to tend to my girls, which is the whole reason why I push so hard. They are why I push so hard. That's the reason why I go so hard. That's the reason why I go so hard. That my baby? And my big girl. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Would you like it if mommy stayed home with you all the time? Yeah. Would you like it if mommy was able to buy everything you wanted because I was working my business from home?
Cows.
That was too much. That was too much. Say that was too much, mama.
That is too much, Mama.
But alrighty then. This is my beautiful, beautiful 4-year-old. She is newly locking. And we are just letting it rock high. Rock. Rock those locks. So, all right then.
Dinosaurs.
Say peace out with dinosaurs.
Uh-huh.
No, say peace.
Peace.
You gotta put your fingers up. Say peace.
Peace.
Number 2. Peace.
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 Ow! Stay at home, mom.